Hey guys, Liquid Fire here. Thanks for joining me again tonight. So, it's time for another community challenge. But before we get started, I wanted to let you guys know we made some changes to the challenge. So, it'll look a little bit different. Um, I wanted to kind of walk through what they are so you kind of have an idea of what to expect. So, the first thing we did is change the difficulties. So, instead of being hard or extreme, it'll now be game names like hiker, adventure, ranger, etc. I adjusted the rules for the levels so that now you will sometimes get yardages required too, but that's only in Ranger. So anything in Hiker, Hunter, whatever, it won't have the ranges. I did work with the logic around that a lot. So I created logic to look for the appropriate maximum range for those types of shots. So if we're looking at, say, a whitetail deer with the 6.5s, it'll have a different maximum range than, say, if you're using a 300 or the 338. So it's going to try to balance it on that. And the yardage also takes a look at what the minimum energy needed for the animal is. And it balances everything to make sure that even if it's the furthest shot in game, then it will still be above the minimum requirements. So if you're looking at 1,000 yard shot, which can happen, you can trust that the weapon and ammo selected should be above the minimum threshold at 1,000 yards. We also added in shotguns, crossbows, and bows. For those, I did not put in any type of yardage minimums, even in Ranger. The ammo type for shotguns, crossbows, and bows should select something that's effective for the animal. So, with shotguns, for example, you should not have birdshot for a deer, and you shouldn't have the wonder, the stump, whatever, that thing for the bows for a deer, for example. So it should automatically make sure that you're not using the wrong type of ammo. And the restaurants and events, I put in the logic now so that they will not be reused until they've all been used at least once, which that's like a year's worth of stuff. So shouldn't be an issue for the events anyway. I don't have that many restaurants. But all that logic is in place now. The key takeaway is it's going to give us a little harder options on Ranger, and they may be as extreme as a 1,000 kilometer shot, or they may simply be a 300-meter shot, or even less, 188. I was testing it and I saw that pop up a few times. Um, I did take into consideration accuracy. So a more accurate gun will be at the higher end of the yardage based on the minimum values, to where a lesser accurate gun will not have those extremely long ranges. Not that you can't do it. Yeah, we did 800 yard shots with the 30-30. We did that. You can do it, but that's more repetitive and a little bit of luck. I wanted to try to keep it a little more skill based, so I didn't want to have people trying to do, say, a 700 yard 30-06 shot. And yeah, the power may be there, or it may not now, but if the power is there, the accuracy may not be. And I wanted to try to kind of narrow that down. So I put in some logic to adjust things to make it a little more reasonable. I won't guarantee that it works 100%. I've tested it a bunch, but yeah, things happen. So I think that it only makes sense. Oh, one more thing. Um, I mentioned the other day that maybe I should make Ranger to where you have to do it in Ranger mode. Um, I'm not going to say that that's the case with these. That won't be in the rules. If you want to do it in Ranger mode, you certainly do any of them in Ranger mode you want, or Hiker. Doesn't matter. It's not about what mode you're in. It's just about having something to do. So if we go over here and pick any of these, like say we do put it on Ranger, that doesn't mean you have to be in Ranger mode. It's just simply the name of the difficulty. So I just wanted to make sure there was no confusion there. But I do think we will do Ranger just to kick it off. We had a good hard challenge for Halloween, and then we backed off a little bit. But to kind of see what the newest look is, I think we'll do Ranger and hope that we don't get a bird or something. So let's we're on Ranger. Yep. So let's see what we get. All right. Oh gosh. The Rustic Elk is hosting the Atlantis Resurfacing Commemoration this weekend. Ooh, that's hard to say for me. The Atlantis Resurfacing Commemoration this weekend. Say that 5 times real fast. For the honorary meal, they need you to hunt feral goat. And it should be a mature male killed with a heart or lung shot. And you must use the SPS Super Mag 12 gauge with the Express Magnum Buckshot double aught buck. I'll be honest, I didn't think about this scenario. I assume that it'll make it to the lungs. I don't know what range you would need to be to do that, though. All right, so feral goats. All right. Well, we know what the mission is, so this is going to be interesting. Now, something I didn't do was put in any type of logic to account for the animals. I wanted to leave it open to be as just random as it could be. So we are going to try multiplayer again. Okay, so we're going to be going to multiplayer, and we're going to go to Matariki. And if anything looks a little strange, that's because I went hunting for mountain goats for a few minutes and then realized, wait a minute, I need to be after feral goats. So we're going to try this again, and we're going to go to Matariki and hunt for the right thing this time. Luckily, I realized before I spent too much time on it. Oh, that's a wonderful sign. The server failed to create. Let's try it again. All right. Well, so we will not be doing it multiplayer. So we got to go to Matariki. Oh, okay. So let's do this. So feral goats drink at 11. They sleep at 3. Let's see what time it is. There's not the one here. So it's 9:45. Oh, I've been, that's where I was chasing a bunch of rabbits. Alright, so it's 9:45. We need to find goats. I don't remember where I ran into goats at. Let me go to the toolbox and see where we got goats. I just don't remember anymore. Alright, so I guess it's not recording it. Well, oh yeah, okay. I know exactly where I'm going to go. So I had forgotten they were down in here. Was a good place. So right down in here is a place I like to go. It's tough, and there's a place here where they'll come down in this area. I'm not going to go here. This one, it's tough enough to get in on them with a rifle when you're shooting at range. I think I'll go here, but I believe for the sake of doing this quickly, I'm going to go ahead and jump time. And then I'll just dump this save. Where's my, oh, I went to a cabin. Better change my color too, I guess. Where's my mouse? There we go. Yeah, we'll change it to 1048. I've got to go change gear anyway, so it'll take a couple minutes to do all that. Hopefully I have the ammo, don't have to go buy some. Alright, so we need Super Mag. And I need, well, looks like I've got Buckshot loaded already. Let me make sure that that is indeed Buckshot and not Birdshot. Oh, dang it. Yeah, so that's definitely Buckshot. Alright, so we've got Buckshot loaded. Luckily, we had some in. Gear-wise, we're already set up. This is my main save, so should be good to go with that. So let's start walking our way over here and see if we can get lucky. Wind is not bad, so that'll work for us. I'm looking for a mature male, and I need to hit it with a lung or heart shot with double-aught buck. And I don't hunt with shotguns, like, ever. This guy, yes. This guy, not so much. And since this is double-aught buck, you're not going to get a Henderson's dot either. So you're going to have to play a little bit of ranger mode. Oh, chamois. Now again, I'm going to dump this and reset my save, so it's not going to bother me at all if I come in here and take out something that I wouldn't normally. So we're still a few minutes early. So I know they come down into this area, so I'm going to go ahead and head down that way. I'm not sure where they come in from. But if I can get down here and just go ahead and set up when I walk in, then that'll be fine. I've watched several tar down in here that were good, and had a chamois down here that was trying to be good but didn't make it. Oh, we got something way over here. Oh, there's a tar coming in. So we better go get down here and get set up if we're going to try to be stand hunting. Not exactly something I do very often. So the wind's blowing back this way. I know they come down into this bottom, and I want to be fairly close. Ooh, looky there. There's our goat. Alright, so much for using the stand. We're just going to try to stalk in on him. So what I'm going to do to help myself is I'm going to throw a red marker over there so I don't have to really pay attention to the range. I can just watch him and get in close enough to do what I want to do. Try to anyway. And this is one of those situations where patience is going to be key. What I can't do is get this guy alerted and walking away, or worse, spooked. Granted, I was planning on just setting up shop and waiting for them to come in, but well, he's already in and all the way over there. So he's not going to come to me. And it's not like I have a goat call. Now the bad thing is I really don't know what the effective range is on buckshot. Like, legitimately, I have no idea how far of a shot I can take. So I'm going to try to get fairly close. I'd like to be more in that 50-yard range, to be honest. But I think that's going to be asking a lot. We're 75 away. I think we can get there. Just going to be extra cautious. So something to be aware of. Oh, there we go. I don't know if you noticed it, but where I was holding on him, it said he was calm. And I was just getting ready to say something to be aware of is if you're holding on them and their state changes, it won't show up. So you need to pull away to where it's no longer showing the state and then go back. So like here we see he's alerted. We'll watch when he calms down. It'll still say alerted until you pull off and put back on him. So I don't know if he's still alerted. Alright, so he's calm again, but see it still says alerted. But if you pull off, let it reset, now you've got the right state. So we're pretty close to where I wanted to be. Like to sit still. If he stops, I'll take a shot in this range, but I'm not quartering. Unless he's alerted, and then I may have to. No, he's calm. Okay. Somebody's probably screaming at their screen right now, "Don't shoot from that far! It'll never work!" And I have no idea if it will or not. I don't even know what the drop is on these things from 25 to 50 meters. There's no chance I'm going to be able to get to 25 meters though. I can't afford a second alert. If I get that second alert too soon, he's going to walk off. And then we're going to be in worse trouble. I don't know if I got enough shots in him to kill him, but we'll see. Yep, he's going to go down. Not the right way to do it, but... And I don't think it's going to be the kill I need, so... Probably going to have to redo that. We'll see. If that first shot is terminal, then I'll count it. If it's not, then obviously I won't. We'll see. I know I peppered him several times, though. Alright, let's see what we got. Hey, there we go. It was terminal. Thank the Lord. Jeez. Because I was absolutely dreading doing this again. I only hit him 3 times. Thought I hit him more than that. But I was absolutely dreading doing this again and trying to make sure I got the kill with the one shot. So we were at 59 meters and barely got the job done. So we got the bleed damage on the lungs. So it's a lot of spread. I don't know how many I missed high and low and all that, but key thing is this right here. So the first shot would have done the deed, and that's always my goal with these. I've never said you have to do it in one shot. If it's something that has to be in one shot, yeah, we can put it in there. For me personally, I don't count it unless I can do it in one shot. With this one, considering it would have been done in one shot and I just continued to shoot anyway, I'm going to take it. Call it a win. So shot 2, oh, not very effective. And shot 3, well, it was better. But, oh, look, it would have, no, it wouldn't have either. I don't know how much more damage it did to the right lung. But it did some. Alright guys, so there we have it. Mission complete. And, oh, just so we can see for posterity. Oh, see, look, wasted. 83%, so he wouldn't even made 5. So, not the end of the world. I won't count this. I'll go back and, well, I only shot the 1. I don't guess it's going to hurt anything to kill 1. I'll just leave it, play on. But, yeah, he wouldn't have made 4 anyway, or 5 anyway, so not a big loss. 446. But the mission is done, and that's the big thing I wanted to make sure of. And I was honestly sweating it because I don't use that buckshot. So there we have it. If you're within 60 yards, it looks like it'll be close enough if you don't use the buckshot much. Alright guys, that's it. We're going to call it a day. Y'all have a good night. God bless, and happy hunting.